Okay, so I'm here with another fighter from Fight Academy Ireland, someone I have a really good relationship with. We talk a lot behind the scenes, as I do with a lot of fighters. He's someone that I remember seeing at start, and I knew there was something special about him. And everyone was calling him Pablo, and then I seen your name, I was like, why do they call you Pablo? Um, you've amassed a really good record. You've had really good fights, and we're gonna have another one with yourself and Rory this weekend. It's fight week. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining me so late in the week towards the fight. How are you feeling, bro?
I feel great. I'm really, really excited to perform this weekend and show how good I am. I feel really, really good. I've had a great camp. This is the longest camp I've ever did, 12 weeks, but it's really paid off, and I feel like I'm in the best position I could be in right now.
And you're going into like that another big fight in the Devonish, which is a venue that I love, and we'll get onto that later. How does it feel like when you go back just a couple of years when you were starting out? You've really ascended through the ranks, like, and you've really kind of like climbed up there. Your name that like that people from the UK would speak to me about you, because obviously you the Four Nations as well. You've got the Four
Yeah,
Nations. Forgot to
yeah.
mention that as well. Um, how does it feel going from like starting to where you are? Obviously, you always knew this is where you wanted to be, but it's kind of gone very quickly, and you've improved so much. Every fight you get better and better. Did you think you were gonna develop this quickly?
Did I think I was going to develop this quickly? I don't think I don't think this quickly. No, I always knew that I would be at this in this position and at this stage, and I knew that like I was always meant to be one of the best in the world, and transition to pro and fight in really big fights and really big nights. But I don't think I would have expected to be this quickly. I only turned 21 there last week, and after this fight now on Saturday, this will be my 15th fight in 3 years. So I've had a lot of activity. I've had I've had a lot of challenges over the years. So I think to answer your question about how does it make me feel, I'm really proud of myself. I'm really, really proud of myself because I've had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of like adversities behind the scenes and stuff that a lot of people might not have seen. Obviously I moved gyms. That was a really big step for me, moving the FAI from Derry. I was only 18 and I had to kind of navigate that myself and like essentially move city, move away from my family. I don't see them much and I haven't since I've been up here because I'm chasing it. I'm chasing my dream, and it has to be done. Like, and I'm fine with that, but it is difficult, and that's like one of the situations that I've had to kind of overcome, and a lot of other things going on behind the scenes. So, looking back in like the person I was back then when I first turned amateur compared to now, I'm really, really proud of the growth and development as a person, but also as a fighter.
That was such a very good and mature answer. And
Thank you.
not to say that I wasn't expecting it, but you can see the growth in you as well. Because I'm looking at him going, he's more mature than I am. I'm nearly 40, bro. Like, so that's sort of a way. And like that, like I said, changing cities, especially, and this is why I kind of like the entry fighters because they don't realize people at home will see you for the length of your fight, the 9 minutes, obviously, because you're amateur rules. They see the pros for the 15s, and they don't get to see, like you said, you have a 12-week camp. They don't even look at that. But beyond that, it's years. It's your lifetime of work. And the fact that you and like no whatever about going out or eating this or eating that, family is one of the biggest things as well. That like it's hard, bro. It's hard to do it and fair play to you. And you are chasing that dream and you've put yourself in this position with your dedication because at this stage you need to because you're at 21. If you ask the fighters in your gym when they were 21 what level they were at, they probably weren't at your level. If they went back to 21, and it just shows the growth of the sport. But you did it all yourself. Obviously, Fight Academy, man, I've just watched loads of people have gone there. Obviously, John Mitchell came over and got absolutely robbed on that scorecard as well as Paul, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Um, Aaron McDonald I seen is there. But there's just been kind of load of people going over there. Talk to us about FAI, what it means to you, and obviously people are seeing what's happening. Like this wasn't an overnight thing for Shando and Pat. This is their lifetime's work as well going into. What's it like being in that gym? And you talked about having big nights. You see, Paul had his big night. You've got Jared Burns who's going to have a big night as well. What's it like being around those group of people and being in Fight Academy? And when you see these people coming in, like the likes of John Mitchell, who's an animal as well, before he got there, and obviously he improved in the time there. Seeing them come to make you think, yeah, I definitely made the right decision joining this gym.
Honestly, no, because I already knew I made the right decision. Like, I don't need, and I don't think anyone in the gym needs people coming in from the outside to know how high level we are. I think to everyone outside of the gym, it makes them kind of realize because they're like, oh shit, this new really high level person has joined the gym. But everyone in Fight Academy knows, we all know that like we are without doubt the best gym in Europe, if not the world, and it's only a matter of time until it really gets to be seen. The gym, like I've been in the gym now about just under 2.5 years, I think, and it has been really, really special. Like the people I've met and the things that everyone in the gym has done for me. Like I'm coaching the kids classes and stuff now in the gym, and I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. And they've given me so many opportunities. Obviously, all the fights on Cage Conflict, Shando and Pat run Cage Conflict, so they've given me those opportunities. They've given me a lot of opportunities to fight away. Obviously, the Four Nations. So I fought in England, Scotland, and Wales. I've had a lot of great experiences, and yeah, it's really special to be part of the gym because it is such a good community, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, no, I like that's a fantastic gym. I have great time for them. Pat, someone who I love, he was very quiet when he first met me, but when he knows you're there, you're there for the. I was there for the right reasons. He kind of talked to me and
Yeah,
he gave me a message saying like I'm one of the people that he respects. That because obviously I go and I do the stuff and I do it for free, but it's because I
yeah,
want to get people to see that side of fighters and try and potentially change people's perceptions of MMA. And you're a great example of it. Going forward, but. Like with your last eight fights, I want to say seven of them have been title fights, or maybe eight of them have been title fights. I want to say, and you're on a four-fight win streak. Four-fight win streak. Obviously, there was the fight with Fufu, then you had three before that. So there's so many title fights in a row. How does it feel having all these and like that you're fighting really really high level people? Um, what does it feel like when you're doing that and you're winning these fights and going on these little streaks against these good guys and like that going all over you or all over the Four Nations winning these titles? Like, are you just saying right, my hard work's paying off, or does it feel at times a bit kind of surreal at times?
yeah. Kind of like you know what? It does actually. It does feel a bit surreal, or should I say, it has in the past. I think in the past few months, especially after that fight in England, I've really made a point and an effort to acknowledge the fact that I have did these things and like I've performed really, really well against high level competition. Um, yeah, it's crazy. Been a crazy journey so far. Like and a lot of things like 2 years ago, who would have thought that that would have happened or that I would have even never mind, go and be a Four Nation champion, but even just have the opportunities to fight in all these countries, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's been a mad journey so far, and yeah, it does feel a bit, or it has felt a bit surreal in the past.
Yeah, no, it is. It's mad like that. I like that because I would have came in 3 years ago. So I've kind of followed your career from the start. And Damien McGuigan's another one who
Yep, yep.
is making his pro debut as well. You've got Rory this weekend. Rory's a fighter, in my opinion, Hugo is very underrated. I don't think his record shows his actual level. Like there's been some close fights he's had that maybe could have gone his way but didn't. Uh, but what do you think of Rory yourself? Are you looking forward to fighting him and looking forward because he's got a very good style as well. It's a matchup that I really like. What's your thoughts on him on fighting him this weekend?
Yeah, I do think Rere is he's a really good test for me, and he's a good challenge, and I think it's a great challenge now before pro. I think he's got a very awkward and tricky style. I think that he will try and hold me against the cage, and well, he will try and take me down. He won't be able to. He'll try and hold me against the cage. He won't be able to, and I will get out. Uh and I think that I knock him out on Saturday night, to be honest. I really, really do. I really believe it. I think that he's a lot better than his record says, and he has had a few close fights that could have went either way. But to be honest, I don't personally like his style. It's not exciting to me. I think his last few fights haven't really been exciting, and that's not what I'm about. Like so, I'm going to be making it exciting on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's mad because you obviously say that his debut fight against Damien McKenna was an absolute banger. It's one of the best kind
Okay,
of
fair enough. Yeah, yeah,
but
fair enough.
but but like that obviously as time goes on it changes and I'm not saying that maybe that his style but it was just you just have two new amateurs going in it was a banger but like that obviously as he learned the techniques and different things to do. I obviously was on commentary, my first commentary job, and I actually said it to you beforehand. It was going to be a pleasure to call your fight, and it was
Yes,
against
yes.
against Reen. And I said at the end, and I actually sent you a message after. So anyone at home listening, because I said you look frustrated. Not that I thought you lost, but you look frustrated. And was that because Reen was stopping you doing what you wanted to do, and he wasn't like he lost the fight obviously, but he was really stifling you getting into your flow. Is how was that at the time with it? Because you looked very frustrated at the end, and when like when I said that, I didn't mean I thought you lost. I thought you were like you didn't get to show what you were made of. What was that like at the time and after, like being in that fight?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like you're absolutely right with that. I obviously happy that I won and got the job done, but incredibly frustrated that I kind of one that I had to deal with that style, but two that I wasn't able to kind of overcome it in a way that I would have liked to. I think I did everything I had to do in that fight to win, but ideally I wouldn't be there to be like tied up with in those situations and stuff. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Like I was obviously happy to win the fight, but performance wise, frustrated with how I won the fight.
Yeah, like I said, it was an honor to call your fight. And since then, I've got loads more commentary jobs as well. So I must have
Right.
done something right because I was throwing up your stats there, the 97%, all that. And obviously, that's why the Browner thought of me because I know so much about you guys.
Yeah.
Um, you've got this fight this weekend. Obviously, you're not looking at past Rory, but is pro the next step? Is that something you've discussed? Or if you can't say, don't. But is that what it's looking like next after this weekend?
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think so. I'm obviously of course I have to have a talk with my coaches and kind of go from there. But I'm confident in whatever they think's right for me and from what I feel I think they want me to turn pro. But I'm only 21. I'm young. I've got the world at my feet. I've got plenty of time, so I'm in no rush. If they think after this one or two more amateur, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, no, 100%, because obviously it lies with the coaches and like that's mad being so young and like we've talked about being at the skill level that you're at now. And actually something that you talked about with Fight Academy, I'm just gonna loop it back around just for a second to say this. The level in there, I can say it because he actually said it on the interview the other day. Jamie McCartney said he joined recently and he literally said, bro, I didn't think I thought I knew how to fight. And then I went to Fight Academy. And he wasn't saying that about his old gym or anything. It was just I've heard a couple of fighters say it and they've said to me personally, so I won't mention their names. One or two of them even said, man, I don't know if MMA is even for me. But then as time goes on, and that just shows you the levels. Some people are surprised when they get in and see the levels in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Fight Academy is such a great gym and for me personally, the way the kind of coaching is set up, it just works. Honestly, it just works, and you can't not improve in Fighting Academy. That's the way I say it. You can't not. The coaching is so high level, and the systems are so well structured. You can't not improve, and I feel as you're speaking about there, like at this level at such a young age, I feel like the reason that I am is because in the gym everything is set up so well. The only thing I have to do to get better is show up. Like that is on me. The only thing I have to do to get better is show up and be focused. And that's the one thing that I can control. And that's the one thing that I do better than everyone. I am always in the gym. I'm always showing up. And that's why I feel like I have progressed so quickly and at such a young age is because that now in Fight Academy, like it's so hard not to improve because you're getting fed such like high level knowledge and then it's on me. And that's what I do best is showing up.
Yeah, it sounds like because I've heard like even sometimes they go back to the basics. Damien McGuigan told me they were like it was defending was it arm bars or triangles? I think because he bet Keen McCartan with it, and it was something simple, just moving your hand this way or moving your thumb this way, and he was able to reverse the position. And he said they don't just go on and prove. Sometimes you go and drill the basics again to make sure it's right. And you look at Pat and Liam. And obviously you've got Adam and you've got Aiden as well, who don't get as much credit as well. Not that they don't get credit, but they're kind of more behind the scenes and how much they put into everyone. And you see Pat and Liam they'd be PFL on Saturday, come
Mhm.
back and they'd be with novices on well, or maybe not PFL if it's in Dubai, but they'd be at maybe Cage Warriors on a Saturday, and you see them then with the novices on a Sunday. It just shows how does it feel to have people that put that much into you.
Yeah, really like incredible. Um, I feel like that's just they're leading from the front in terms of that. Like them doing that is giving such a good example to us. Like how as a fighter, how can I put half my effort in when I know everyone else is putting 100% and giving everything? How can I how can I not give everything when, the culture in the gym is to work as hard as you can? So it's such a yeah, it's such a good culture in the gym. I feel like it's just bred that way now, and that's just the way it is for us.
Yeah, no, I love it, and I love the guys have been very accommodating to me, let me up to shows and let me interview the guys as well. I'm gonna let you go because I know it's fight week. You're getting very close to the fight. Is there anything you want to say
Yeah.
before you go, or anything anyone want to shout out? Thank you again for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to see the fight. I'll be watching it from home because we've discussed obviously stuff that's happened this week to me. So,
Yeah.
is there anything you want to say before you go?
Just a massive thank you to all my sponsors. Um, it makes a big difference. MMA is a tough sport, so it makes a big difference. And of course, to my gym and my team and my family as well, and to yourself for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, 100% like that. I've been there from the start of your career and I'm going to be there to the end of the career. Win, lose,
Yes, sir.
draw, good, bad, the ugly. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I
Thank you.
will be watching the fight and I'll give you a text Monday or so after as well. All
Yes,
right.
of course. I appreciate that.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Have a good evening,
Thank
bro.
you. You too.